Hi, everybody. I'm back. Oh, there's CJ. She's already in. Wow. How could you be in already? Or maybe she just typed it. I'm here. I'm hoping I can get a read tonight. I was so close last night. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do top. Okay, so I am working out the kinks. You guys kind of have to be patient with me. This is new. It's a learning curve. So I'm trying to be fair to everybody, to you guys, to me. This is what I do professionally. So we're going to do top donations. I mean, not top money. I mean, you can donate anything, any amount. I put into my description my link to my Venmo, to my PayPal, for those of you who don't want to do super chat, and even crypto. Yeah, I have a crypto. And hey, Kimberly. So I'm here. I was getting lotion. Moisture is very important. So top donations, meaning like the top, who's donated first. And I can't give you, a promise that everybody's going to get read. What I'm saying is I have to cap it. And I will read people who are not donating, but we'll go for the donations first. So everybody feels fair. I'm trying it this way. I don't know if it's going to keep going this way. Hey, girl. Hello, I'd love to hear. So we can't put this in the chat. If people who are donating, if you put it into the box and just say who you want to talk to, it will save time. Say what kind of reading you want. For those of you are new to me, I'm an intuitive and a medium, and I do intuitive and medium readings. So I do intuitive and medium readings. I don't use cards. So because I don't use cards, it's a little tricky trying to figure out the best way. Asking me, so I see Kimberly Venmo'd me. So you can put Kimberly on the list, CJ. Kimberly went ahead and Venmo. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I appreciate that. So I'm trying to make it easy for everybody, and I'm trying to be fair. And this is tricky for what I do, because if I'm a tarot card reader, they just pull cards and they just shoot through everybody really fast. But because I take time with you guys in these readings and I go a little deeper, thank you, Erica. So you can put Erica on the list. So we're going to have it can be $1. I don't care. But I just want to make it fair for me in exchange of energy with you. And that kind of thing. So what I'm thinking is if we do a top number of people who donate, and then after that, meaning you'll get in the list, and CJ knows the number, right? CJ, thank you, Carly. So Carly, Adela, immediate, think perfect, like that, like Carly. I love a medium reading for my maternal grandmother. Thank you for all you do. Perfect. Damn, you're gorgeous. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I mean, that's a tip of sorts. Is it? Hey, Franklin Owens. I appreciate. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say that. You know how ladies. And I found a way better ambient music thing. I'm getting it together, guys. I'm getting it together. I went over this. Trust me, for many hours today of how to do this fairly. So I'm going to be coming on here a lot, working out the kinks of how am I going to do this? How is it going to be fair to everyone? And so again, Christina just Venmo'd me, so put Christina on the list. Thank you so much, Christina. That's very kind of you. So Christina's on the list. So I'll let you know, CJ. And so we're going to kind of get the list and about the numbers, CJ, of the list so we can get going. That I'll start with. If you have this typed up and ready to go when she calls your name, right, please be ready, because the problem that happened yesterday is that we're waiting for people to be ready. Hi, can I be added for the intuitive reading? Thank you. Yes, Kimberly. So remember, you don't have to worry if telling me if it's intuitive or medium. To the list, but if you have it ready in your queue to say, like, when I call on you, you're like, I want intuitive reading and this is what I want it about. Try to be specific, because I go a little deeper than just yes or no. You know what I mean? So I'm not giving. So here's the lineup: Kimberly, Erica, Carly, Christine. Christine? Where did Christine come from? So we're going to go with the top, at least like 10 who donated. Christina, I told you. Yes, thank you. Sorry, Christina. See, I suck. I'm still sucking at this. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you're right. I am just like, I'm just trying this new thing. This is all a new learning curve for me. Kimberly, not me, right? Yes, this is Kimberly M. Kimberly Menzeras, right? She PayPal'd me. So I got to kind of make sure I'm saying people's names, right? I don't want to get anyone mixed up. Right? So Kimberly M. Okay. So yeah, listen, guys, patience. I'm learning this. All right, why don't we start? I want to let you guys know that you guys appreciated and liked a lot the 50% off my readings. So I'll let it go one more day, 50% off of all my readings with the code LIVE. I'm going to give you guys that. I'm trying to like get something established. I'm trying to kind of get this new thing going. So I'm willing to give you guys what you need and help you to get to know me and what I do for those of you who are new. I'm used to that. I've been doing that forever. I know not everybody knows me. They don't know my work. So, you know, it's like right now today you're getting like, I went to Costco and I had a bunch of samples. That's what we're doing. Great to see some of you are just sampling me. So donations are appreciated, not required, but I am going to have a top. I'm going to read people who are who donated are going to be at the top of the list, and I do have a number I gave CJ to, then I'll go for people who didn't. You don't have to. And it could be $1, it can be anything. It's just an exchange of energy. Let's burn some dragon's blood. So if you can kind of let people know that, CJ, I appreciate it. Ooh, guys, feel the dragon's blood. Dragon's blood, by the way, I got this. Look at this. Awesome. The incense is in here. And then I got this at the Ren Fair, CJ. And you go ahead and you stick this in there like that. Stick incense if you're going to get it. Make sure it looks like this, fully covered in the incense. You know what I mean? Like you want it to be, you don't want that kind of stuff that looks halfway there. You're awesome. I'm so glad you give us a chance to experience this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys, I say thank you. I'm the one that does weird things. I have a weird fringy thing I do, and the fact that you guys are into it and support it is beyond amazing. Okay, here we go. It didn't burn. So now you see that? You want that nice little burn at the end. There you go. This is a nice incense. Thank you, Alice. Go ahead and put Alice on the list. Thank you, Alice. All right. I'm going to go for the first person. Be ready. Be ready to go. So we have the first group of people who are donating that I'm going to read first. And then, of course, like I said, don't worry about it. CJ knows kind of the number. We're kind of trying. I'm experimenting different things. So just chill. Don't be upset at me. Where's the first name? I already forgot. So again, if you can, medium brother advice for me, I'll explain how I do my medium readings. You're going to tell me specifically who you want to speak to by your relationship. So if it's a relative, you would say my grandmother, my mother's side, my aunt, my best friend, or something. And they're going to tell me how they died. I'm going to get confirmation. So I'm not just like whoever shows up. Who's the first person? Sarah is on the list. All right, Sarah, be ready. Who do you want it? What type of reading do you want? An intuitive or a medium reading? Intuitive. Sarah. So Sarah's the first. And so remember, say what you want when it's your turn. If you donate on Super Chat, then go ahead and put it in there. You can even put it in the subject matter of my Venmo and I'll see it. If you're doing Venmo or PayPal. Okay. So where did she go? Sarah. So Sarah, get ready. Go. What type of reading do you want? Oh, it's Kimberly? Is it Kimberly first? Sorry. Be patient. Intuitive, can you tell me more about how I will do in my current job? I'm barely a year in. Okay. Let me take a look at your job. Kimberly, what are you doing? What is your work? Can you describe it? The reason why is because I will look at the market. I can see what certain jobs and where they're headed. In other words, is this good for you to stay in general? I'll take you a step further. You know what I mean? It's okay. Okay, I confused you. We'll get better at communicating, guys. We're going to get better at this. I swear. I work at a hospital. Okay. So that industry is changing. It's been a year in. How about my current job? Okay, I get it. I'm going to time it a little bit better so I can stay on track. Okay. I want to look at the hospital. I want to look at you. Kimberly with medical records and organizing. Oh, okay. You don't have to tell me specifically because I was about to say, I feel like what I see, there's a lot of hectic. Things are kind of crazy, a little bit all over the place. As far as what's going on there. However, I feel really good about it because it's more room to grow and there's opportunity. I don't want to see you go just yet because I feel like they don't have their shit together and there's a lot going on and things are kind of a little bit insane. If you are worried if they like you, if you're worried that they have a problem with you or something, I don't really see that, but they just don't have their shit together and things are kind of a mess. However, I do see you shooting over into another department per se, if that's what we are going to call it, or location. So I don't want you to be worried about that. I do see you shooting into another location or department. I feel like this is just kind of for right now where you're at to kind of get used to it. My other thing is what I see is the people around you are a little abrupt. Seems on point. I like my job and coworkers just worried about performance. Seems like the people can be a little abrupt, even though I know you like them. They can be a little bit short at times, meaning they're not going to praise you all the time. I guess that's what I was going to get to before you said that. They're going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's great. Sure. No problem. Did you get it done? And so you're not going to get the feedback. Don't worry about it. They don't care. They don't care. They're totally fine with you. That's just the way it is. They're just hectic. It's just crazy. You're fine. You can grow there. Stay on it. Okay. Okay, Erica. So no, I don't feel like it's good to leave. And I'm pretty, okay, very on point. Thank you. Yeah, I feel good about it. And I get visions. Okay, Erica. Oh, you guys are good today. Erica, I'm feeling guilty about not contributing financially as a stay-at-home mom. You should not feel that way. Anyway, that's just the mom and me talking. What line of work should I go into next that has flexibility? Let me tell you something, Erica. I'm just going to say this. Don't ever feel guilty as a stay-at-home mom. As someone who just cooked dinner, ran around, did this, did that. And I'm here. Being a mom, period, is just like a job. I just feel like I work several jobs. I just got to say that. I think we're not nice to each other as women, but that's just the woman in me. But to answer your question on a psychic level, I'm going to do that as well. So remember, so I'll let me see. I kind of feel like, Erica, you got to know that this isn't just about you doing something just to do something. You know, this is something that you're doing to that you're passionate about or you love. You know what I mean? So this isn't something you're just doing to do. You got to do something that you like, you love as well. So my feeling is that I'm concerned that you're going to rush into something and it's going to be monotonous. Is that the right word? Am I saying the right word? So I feel like if you're doing something like this, then you're gonna, if you're just kind of doing it for the heck of it, it's just not going to be anywhere, and it's going to take away from what you're trying to do at home and what you're trying to like create at home. I don't know. I'm going to say this. I'm struggling with seeing something because it doesn't feel like time. I feel like you're trying to do this and push it, and it doesn't feel right for right now. So, do you feel like it? Yep, I feel like I have to do something just to do it because of guilt. Yeah, I don't feel that it will go well. Like, I don't want to see you end up in some kind of service industry where you're behind a counter or you're dealing with people, you're running yourself down. And you're just doing it to kind of like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel right for right now. So I would say this, the vision I have is maybe like 6 to 7, 8 months from now, then I could see you moving, because I feel like the kids are even like, the kids like, even like, do you have one? Or do you have, why? I felt like I wanted to say kids, but I guess I should have. It's just what I felt. I feel like I love being at home and be there for the kids. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be a little bit more. Oh, yeah, girl. No, 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 no. I feel like they're going to be more ready. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one can help you. And I just don't. I just, it's a full time job. Like, what are you feeling guilty about? Let's all the women support Erica and go, what are you feeling good? Why do we do this to ourselves as women? Why? Why do we do this to each other? We need to be supportive of this anyway. No, not the right time. So let's move on. Erica, come back to me about that in, in 6 to 7 months. If you have other questions in the meantime, you need a reading about, I'm happy to answer, but that one I'm not feeling like right now. I'd like to meet the guy who can take care of 3 little girls. Really? Exactly. Thank you. I think I need it. Yeah, I was struggling. I was looking. I was like, I just don't see anything right now. All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to move to Carly. Remember that I'm taking I'm taking the donations first at the top, and then those who didn't donate will kind of come after all of the people who donated. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to make sure that everyone feels like it's fair. I'm trying this on for size. I am going to change this as time goes on. Don't worry. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm looking into a program to get things like to help me with this. But in the meantime, I did put my Venmo and my PayPal, for those of you who feel more comfortable with that, in my description. There's links in there, and even crypto. And other than that, you can just use the super chat. All right, let's go. Carly. Medium maternal grandmother, any messages she may have for me or my mom. Okay. So remember, when it comes to the medium reading, I'm going to first, I'm going to start with the person and how they passed. Just where we could stick around, light a candle, and hang out, right? Or you could just watch. And then she's going to give me confirmations about her. So remember, the dead aren't necessarily like, oh, I have a message I have to tell you. They just want to connect. They just want to let you know that they are still existing. So I'm just going to read as I read. All right, Carly? Grandmother, mother side. Hold on. Ooh, I love this incense so much. So the person I feel connected to, Carly, she just feels like really good. She looks really happy. For some reason, I see her clutching her purse. Lately, I've been getting visions from people, or they've been giving me visuals that are kind of detailed like this. She's saying that she knew she was going to pass. She's smiling because she's just happy that you're having this connection with her, meaning like she's been trying to get a hold of you and get your attention. She knew she was going to pass. She wasn't upset about it. She was pretty calm about it. She said it kind of felt like she was on a pillow. So let people go ahead and talk back to me, Carly, if you can. Talk back as I'm talking, to you, so you can know if this makes sense. She's saying that it felt like a pillow, so it felt like it's almost like if I'm asleep or I just drift off, sometimes she would have known. Sometimes it's kind of like when someone's in hospice, or they're kind of in that place where they're kind of half awake, half asleep, like they're drifting, meaning like, I don't know if you guys kind of helped her exit. She felt very comfortable. She felt very safe. She's saying that, yeah, it was a lingering illness. She says that you guys I feel emotional because she feels grateful, especially to your mother. She feels grateful for the way it was handled. When I see her, she kind of brings like that calming, and she says to remember to like calm, to not get overwhelmed, not let things overwhelm you. So, and I don't know if that makes sense, because it's like she's kind of more trying to help you, make you feel like you guys are relaxed. You guys are kind of in that place. Um, I'm a little distracted because she is kind of pulling back from something about your mom. So I don't know if your mom's okay, because it seems like she's kind of more concerned about taking care of your mom. So that seems to be a thing, if that makes sense. Like she's kind of more about taking care of like something going on with your mom. So I don't know, is your mom's okay? That's why I kind of felt like this weird pull back. Yeah. So listen, I just want to say this to you. Your grandmother is very aware of your mom, and she is very part of trying to help her through this. Okay. Um, Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Carly. That was a little tough because I feel like um, I don't know, the concern was there. All right. Thank you guys for joining. We'll go to the next person. Christine's next. Again, I'm kind of taking the good. Thank you. You're welcome. Again, I'm going ahead and giving people 50% off my readings with the code live for one more day. We're taking the donation people first, and then we'll get to the next people. I'm keeping track of what's on my Venmo, which I have in my YouTube, and YouTube, my PayPal, and I'm losing it. And CJ's helping with the super chat and everything. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I love you. Thank you. I will tell my nail lady who yells at me and tells me to trust her. She's like a friend. She's more like my friend these days. Those are my friends. Oh, look, hello. Yes. Can I do the reading now? Is that allowed? Okay. All right. So sorry, Heather's on deck. Heather, let's go. At least. All right, Heather, what type of reading would you like? What type of reading would you like? Feels a little creepy. Meeting and reading with my dad. Okay. Baby, right, Sean? It's good luck when the cat gets on the cam during the reading. Is it? Because I feel guilty because I knocked out one of them because she'll just, the one that talks too much. All right, let's go. Medium reading with your dad, Heather. Okay. The first thing I feel, Heather, I just see someone laughing and I see someone with a really good sense of humor. I don't know. I feel really good. Like the grandmother made me feel comforted, but she was concerned. And this one makes me feel really good. Like this one makes me feel like he's in a good mood. He's kind of in I don't know. He's the type of person that kind of makes a joke, who kind of makes light of things, who kind of like, if you're too serious or you're too down, he kind of shifts it. He knew he was going to pass. It was kind of quick. If we can let, Heather kind of, and I feel something here. Sorry, Heather, go ahead and talk back to me. But this was fast. This was kind of quick. He didn't feel like he had the time he wanted. I do feel like a pain, like he felt like rushed out of here. He looks kind of young. Did we accidentally? No. So I'm looking for, where'd she go? Heather, talk back to me. And also I feel like I'm kind of hit here. This happens. It was a suicide. Okay. Yeah. I feel hit here. I don't know if that makes sense. This happens suddenly. Obviously, I want you to know that he didn't plan this, meaning like he's one of those people that he could make you feel good, he can make you feel great, but obviously the pain's underneath. And I don't know, he's not telling me this was something he thought he was going to do. It was more emotional and mental. Let me explain. Not everyone plans it. Not everyone wakes up that day saying this is what they're going to do. Sometimes people it just happens. It's like, oh, well, life is never going to get better. And that happens. He's not punished. He didn't get punished for this. He wasn't treated meanly, but you do have to go through learning. You have to heal and you have to face the pain you cause. I want you to know that, contrary to what some people say on YouTube, you have to learn to, and just so anybody knows watching this, remember, you can always call the 1-800 hotline to help you. And I always like to be very, very responsible. I actually even have the number here. That's how responsible I try to be. I just want you to know that seems important because sometimes people feel like the prevention number is 1-800-273-8255. If you can throw that up, CJ. 1-800-273-8255. I just always want to be responsible in doing these readings publicly like this. But I want you to know, he wants you to know especially that he didn't escape the pain it caused. And there's one last thing I want to say. He says to remember him in March. When March comes around, to remember him. So I don't know if that makes sense. All right. Everybody know nobody is punished. They're not punished for these things, but you do have to feel the pain you cause, and you do have to feel the pain of others. It kind of comes at people and they go through kind of like a rehab in that realm. So you're not just like skipping along and, just get to escape everything like people think. You have to feel and you have to grow. So know that, Heather. All right. Thank you so much. I know that wasn't easy, and thank you for even being able to do this publicly. That's not easy either at all. I have done more of these in my time of reading than I can even count. But I always know that it's not easy, especially publicly. I don't know if March makes sense to you, but if you can let us know as we move on. All right. You can post your question, Christina. Christina, go ahead and post your question. Intuitive insight about my new role as a caregiver for my dad. Oh, wow. So what do you want to know specifically about your father? Your role? Do you want to know how it's going to go for him, or how's it going to go for you? Because that's fair to say, a question to ask you. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying how's it going to go for him, or how's it going to go for you? Let me take a look at your dad, though, in the meantime. Christina, as soon as I see your father, I do feel like he's kind of a lot more out than in. So what that means is I feel like he is a lot more out than in. I want to say this. If you're taking care of your father and you're physically doing all the things that he needs, that's fine. Don't worry about trying to get him mentally on board, if that makes sense, or get his mental state like stronger. He is kind of stepping out of this world a lot. I don't feel like he's trying to stay in this way. Like, it's already hard for him. Yeah, that's why I kind of went to that. That's why. I'm trying to get the cat out of here because she's crying. Did that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him mentally here, and I don't feel like this is a place he wants to continue to be. What I mean by that is that, he's not suffering or anything like that, but I really don't see that he wants to stay in this space too much longer. I'm not going to, give you the time here. Kind of like to do that more in private readings, but I think I don't feel like you need to worry about what you're doing for him, because what you're doing for him is just fine. Yeah, exactly. Dementia is going fast. Exactly. You understand? I hope that helps. Thank you so much. For those of you who are joining, I know people come in and out. I am doing readings, symptoms progressing quick. Yes. Yeah. I feel like it looks like it's going to continue to go fast. And I just don't feel like before all that happened, I don't think he was a person who would want to stay in that way for very long. He's not a person who's going to want to be hooked up to things and prolonged in that kind of way. Okay. So who's next, did you say? I'm just going to get this little plate to catch the ashes. I just realized I have ashes going to go all over. Let me look. Alice Rose. Alice Rose, medium brother, advice for me. Yeah, I don't know. You have to remember, mediumship isn't to get advice. They're just people who died, and they don't have all knowing of everything. This is more to visit. So if you have advice, if you want me to look at something you're going through, then I'd rather do an intuitive, because medium readings are more for visiting with someone and kind of connecting with them, not to treat them like advice. Okay. Just so everybody knows that people who passed, and they don't know everything. They're just people who died. They're not deities or things like that, or higher beings, but not saying they can't help, because they obviously can. But I don't like to treat mediums that way, because it's like a visitation, All right. So let's let the visitation begin. I don't do birthdays. So anybody who's first joining, I'm an intuitive and medium. I don't need birthdays. I don't need names. I'm not that kind of reader. I can see in remote view. A medium reading is talking to those who've passed on. We're going to do the first people who donated first, and then we'll make through the list of those who don't. You can donate through Super Chat, Venmo, PayPal, but I'm just trying to be fair to those people and to myself because this is what I do. And I'm experimenting because on YouTube live and it'll probably change. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what's the best way to do this and what's fair for everybody. I'm not a tarot card reader. I'm not an astrologer. I don't need dates. I don't need your name. I don't need your birth date. Birth date, by the way, when people give you, they're just kind of guessing who you are by your astrology sign. I see a lot more deeper than that. So I go and remote view and I can see timelines and things like that. All right, so let me get started with Alice Rose. A medium reading for Alice Rose. And if you're getting a medium reading, I talk specifically to the person you asked to speak to. So the person I see right away, Alice, looks actually upset. He looks kind of young to have passed, and he kind of looks upset about his passing. He said for him, he felt like he lost control, and he felt like things, he was going through quite a bit. I don't know. I just feel for him. Was he young, Alice Rose? So I feel like you're looking at advice from him, and he actually had a lot he had to learn and he had to grow. So I feel like when I see him, if we can let Alice Rose, if you can comment, that would be great. He was a baby. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, he was a baby. He didn't really live this world. Babies are different. They just immediately go into that space. And speaking, as we know, through a lot of tragedy we're going through, babies don't have to learn lessons. They don't have to grow or evolve. They just could grow into was he a baby a while ago? Because I feel like he looks, he reminded me of like a kid age, not like a baby age. So it depends when he passed, maybe he's grown into this age. He's saying that he understands, this just wasn't for him to stay, and he understood that. He's been learning, he's been growing, but he's in a realm that has helped him do this. Yes, he would have been in his 30s now. Okay. It's funny because I see him like, I wanted to say like I saw more like a teenager or something. And so in that realm, since there's an innocence, he can have a wisdom about him, but there's still like an innocence, because I just saw an innocence. So you just need to know, like, I wouldn't really look to people who pass as babies to give advice. They can give love and they can give a lot of support, but they're not of this world. They didn't live this world. So this world isn't familiar to them, but they can give you kind of almost like a love and an innocence to remind you to live. And that's kind of what I hear from him, Alice and Roses. Alice, I feel like what I do feel from him is to remember to live and to embrace and to take each day precious. I don't know. I want to say that his passing was, he said he knew it was not preventable. It couldn't have been stopped. He's not upset about it. He's not angry about it. But he lives in this very beautiful existence, especially when they're young. They don't have to learn anything. They shoot into a different area. It's just always hard. Those are hard, and especially with what's happening in the world. I just felt that. All right. Thank you guys for being prepared. Again, donations are appreciated, not required. And so I'm taking the people who are donating, taking them first, so I could be fair, but you can get on the list. Don't worry. There's just like a number. We're trying to hit those people. So go ahead, Sarah Star. What type of reading would you like? Medium reading, please. My mom, Mima, on my mom's side. Is that Mima or Mamama? Did you say Mamama? I just wanted to say that out loud. Is that Mamama? Oh, I've never had anybody ask me and talk to their Mamama. I would just say it that way. Okay, sorry. Your Mamama on your mom's side. No? Okay. She's like, no. All right. Is this your grandmother on your mother's side? Mama. Oh, that's why I said mama. Oh, no, mama. Okay, got it. Okay, your grandmother on your mom's side. Okay. Mama. I like that one. Okay, anyway. Oh my gosh. I just kind of get this coolest feeling. She's fun. Lot of fun. Like she's saying she lived a rough life and things, were hard for her. She had to go through it, but super fun. Did she smoke? Because I just feel like I'm coughing, or I have a lot of phlegm or a lot of hoarseness or harshness in my chest or my throat. Yeah, so she's saying that she had to go through a bit of a rough time. Yes, a lot. Yeah. She's saying that even though life was rough, boy, we're getting some like kind of good stuff over here, huh? To help remind us of things. She said that even though she did have a hard life, she said even though life was hard, she always took everything with a grain of salt. So she says her passing was welcomed, and she's young and she doesn't have any of those things. By the way, when people pass, they don't have those things anymore. She doesn't have those issues anymore in her body. She feels free for the first time. She wished she could have obtained that in her lifetime. She didn't. So she's appreciative of obtaining it now. She's like dancing around you. Like I literally see almost like dancing around you, almost like almost like, I don't want to say like a ballet, like or something. Like she's just dancing around you. Um, she or she, I swear I felt like I saw a little girl, so I don't know if that's you. She's here. She wants to remind you to let go. And, like the saying says, let go, let God, to not worry or try to control things or so much. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Really, really cool, really, really cool. I just want to say, remember to look for her through dreams, because that is absolutely how she communicates. Okay. So so these are the supporters. Is that what you're saying? CJ, Thrifty, Christy, Kimberly, and Sean and Melissa. Is that what you're saying? Those are still the ones who donated? I'm just trying to be clear so we're being fair and getting to people. You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining. I don't know. Can you confirm some things? Yes, done with donations. Okay. Thank you guys for the donations. We got through the people who donated. If you want to donate and support what I do, that's great. It's not required. Hey, TB. And we're moving on to supporters who also want a reading. Awesome. Okay. So Thrifty, I'm going to try to get to many as people. I'm trying to go for an hour today, but I definitely have time to go a little longer. So let's go for Thrifty. What kind of reading would you like? Thrifty, right? Is it Thrifty Christy? Oh, okay. Medium mom. Okay. By the way, guys, so I am offering 50% off my readings for one more day with the code live. So you can use that code on my website, Thrifty Christy, on your mom. Okay, let's go. Medium reading for you and your mother. So the first person I see, Christine. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Christy just to make it easy. The first person I see, she looks kind of upset, and she's saying that she's so sorry that she took everyone through the ringer. Her passing, she knew what was going to happen, but it was difficult, and she does feel responsible. She says she didn't really know. She didn't really think it was going to lead to this. I feel like she looks pretty young to have passed, but she looks like she kind of went through it. She keeps saying, I didn't know it was going to lead to this. She feels partly responsible for it, Christy. Um, and so, but she didn't know it would lead to this.